Look at this, huh?
We are back
In 2020
for...
with the
Can you
movie
believe it?
show.
With the movie show, yeah.
We're
And
holding
we
our
are-
mics.
We're holding our mics.
They stole our stands. No, I'm joking. They didn't.
They didn't. We decided to hold our mics.
If you guys have been watching our vlogs, right?
Well, it was only one.
Our one vlog.
Our one vlog.
You would have known exactly why we've delayed it until now.
Until now. I missed it though, I must be honest.
Because we're doing our stuff, man.
We painted the wall behind us.
I did.
Yeah, right, actually. I this one, yeah.
We all did.
I was moral support.
We all, in fact, we were even thinking of starting a painting company.
Yeah.
Right, Glory?
Anyway, if you are new to the movie show, my name is Sash.
My name's Ryan.
And we talk about movies. Yeah.
All the time.
All the time. Let's get right into it.
But really.
But we thought, so we've looked at how we can like improve the show this year. So we are officially not going to spoil things. We pledge not to spoil. No more spoilers.
Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully we can stick by that.
It's going to be
Yeah.
difficult.
And then we're gonna do a few different things. We are going to be reviewing 4 short films, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, movies coming out in 2024,
Yay.
February 2024.
Yes.
So you know what's happening right now, Ryan. Okay, so Ryan, if you want to go to the movies now in 2024,
Let's go.
you can go and watch Madam Web. That's coming out.
We spoke about that.
Yes. Bob Marley, One Love.
We never spoke about
We
that
never
one.
spoke about that.
Everyone not in the room, I'm like,
Dune Part 2, guys, is coming out in March. I'm so excited. They've even started their press tour. So you can actually go on YouTube and watch interviews. It's incredible. With Timothée Chalamet and Austin Butler. Like, if you were having a bad February, I just made it better.
Dune.
Okay. Just me.
Dune 2.
Just me. But Dune Part 2 is coming out in March.
Yay.
And by the way, The Chosen Season 4 has been released. It came
amazing.
out on the 1st of Feb.
That is amazing.
I personally haven't watched Season 3 yet. I actually need to watch Season 3.
Is it?
Yeah. Have you watched it?
Nah.
Have you watched Season 2?
Yes.
Have you watched Season... Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's like the most easiest series to like binge watch.
I must be honest though, Season 1, I found it was good, but I didn't binge it. Like, there was no need for me to binge it.
Nah.
Season 2 grabbed me.
Yeah.
Like, I binged Season 2. So, like, Season 1 was good, but they definitely took it a step up in season 2. So, I need to get to Season 3. Yeah. I just have a long list of stuff to watch.
Yep.
But I'll definitely get there. Okay, and then at the end of the show, we are going to. Well, I'm going to be showing Ryan. I've come upon a discovery.
Showing or playing?
Showing, but that's the same thing.
Not the same.
Shh. I'm showing it to you, and I press play.
Okay.
Yes.
Hopefully I'll see it.
But the discovery, you will see it. The discovery is this: I have found the most infectious laugh on earth. Like, no jokes.
So you definitely you want to stick around for that?
Yeah.
one.
So you want to stick around? He's an actor, and Ryan already knows who it is. I'm not going to ask him to guess who it is, but yeah, we're going to do that later. Okay. So getting into this week's show. So
Yes.
if you were a child that read, you know who Roald Dahl is. You weren't a child that read.
I've heard about him.
Yeah. Okay.
I've
If you
heard
were
about him.
not a child that read, then you probably watched a movie called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp.
Watched.
You did do that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the story of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory comes from the author Roald Dahl, who wrote children's books.
Can you believe it?
He wrote children's books. Yes.
I think children's books of this kind was for a lot of the children that were maybe raised up like 50s, 40s, 30s,
Ryan?
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 90s. Yes, Roald Dahl for children that were raised in the 90s.
Okay.
That was before my time.
No, he was around then. So okay, Ryan, I think your problem was you just weren't a reader.
I didn't read.
Actually, yeah, you just didn't read
there
books.
You go.
So Roald Dahl wrote books like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He wrote the BFG, which we've watched that
Maybe
film.
that's what it is. It's the fact that you never knew that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was... Like everyone relates, everyone relates to it as a film.
Well, except for those.
They're like, I love that film. Like, no, it was a book.
But it was a book, yeah. And then there was even Charlie and the Glass Elevator. So there was the glass elevator in the factory.
Oh, wow.
He then wrote another story on the glass elevator. He also wrote James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah, that one we know.
Yes, and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
You see everything you're talking about right now. I'm like movie,
yeah.
but book.
Yeah. However, though, a lot of so many directors took Roald Dahl books, obviously, and turned them into films. So they did film adaptions. But so I watched an interview with Wes Anderson and Roald Dahl's widow. I don't know her name, but yeah, his wife. And
Roald Dahl's widow.
Yeah, so she was she was saying that a lot of the film adaptions Roald Dahl was not happy with. Like, he wasn't happy with how they turned his books into films. But when he met Wes Anderson, that was like the first time. I don't know if he met, I actually can't remember now if he met Wes Anderson or if his widow met Wes Anderson. But she basically said of all the directors to make a Roald Dahl book into a film, Wes Anderson is the one that gets it right. And I think it's just because he's got a very like quirky style. If you don't know who Wes Anderson is, okay, Wes Anderson is a director, but a Wes Anderson film the minute it starts, because the aspect ratio, first of all, is like it doesn't fill your screen. The colors, it's often very like, what's the way that he does his blocking. So in other words, the way he composes his shots is normally like a camera like that's static, and then the actors kind of move around the frame.
His stuff is always the camera's always linear to the set.
Yes,
it's never, you never really see too much three-dimensional stuff unless he's like pulling into a specific subject. Then you obviously see that movement in the 3D space. But other than that, it's X and Y.
Yeah, basically. It's pretty cool though. And then his colors. Wes Anderson, the colors of his film, palettes. It's incredible.
He even dresses in a color palette.
Yes, he does. He actually does. And then the music also is often, so yeah, like if you don't know Wes Anderson, if you don't know who Wes Anderson is, but you've maybe watched his films, he made Fantastic Mr. Fox. That was the first Roald Dahl film adaptation that he did. And that was... do you know that they went to, so Roald Dahl lived in a place called Gypsy House, which you can actually go and visit as Roald Dahl's house. But they literally went there and photographed every single piece of furniture for Fantastic Mr. Fox, because Fantastic Mr. Fox was stop motion. So they had to recreate all of the furniture. But they literally went and photographed every single piece of furniture and then recreated it in... What is stop motion? Clay. It's clay, right?
Claymation.
Yeah, like...
kind of... Well, not claymation, but it's miniature.
So they basically recreate... But like, they recreated... it. Like, that's how dedicated he was to keeping it accurate.
I think that must be cool as your day job.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you got a project. Okay, guys, we're creating so many assets, and you're sitting there and you're pinning and you're building the stuff nicely together. I think that must be a lot of fun. Not that I have that kind of talent, but...
But you're supposed in the 3D sense you do.
I'm just... Yeah.
There we go.
I think that's where I can relate to it. Yeah.
No, I don't...
Although, I think under deadlines, that might be...
a lot of pressure.
I have to make this entire, like, very, very detailed couch in the next 3 hours, because I'm supposed to be starting on the outside yard after that.
You're like, yeah.
And you're pinning together, then people are phoning you, and
it's just crazy.
You just put the phone down.
Yeah. So now we haven't even mentioned that the films we're talking about. So in 2023, Netflix partnered with Wes Anderson, and they brought out 4 short films.
Yeah.
The 3 of them are 17 minutes long. The longest is The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar. That one is
like 43 minutes.
So that one's the longest out of the 4, but the others are all 17 minutes. I promise you, I watched all of them, so I can vouch for them. And they don't link at all. There's nothing linking them except fact. No, they don't.
The characters.
Okay. The only thing that links them is the director. The fact that they all are Roald Dahl books, so they were short stories that Roald Dahl wrote that they then obviously made. And then yes, what he does is, and he does this often though, is he has a very small cast and he'll reuse them in multiple characters. So you'll literally see like Ryan pop up and he'll be Bob at the start of the short film, and suddenly Ryan is also the policeman because there was a murder and now I need to go report it. So like he does that where he like reuses like cast members. So namely within these 4 short films, the actors that are involved is Benedict Cumberbatch, which is it's his first time ever collaborating with Wes Anderson. I really enjoyed him. He reminded me of when he played Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, definitely. Probably because he kept his British accent.
But also the speed at which he spoke.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And some of the expressions that he used as well.
Yes. Yeah. And then you had Dev Patel. Now, Dev Patel has collaborated with Wes Anderson before. I think he was with him in, was it the Grand Budapest Hotel? I think that was the collaboration. Yes. Although, no, I think Dev Patel's been in a lot, like the Darjeeling what was that movie called? Express. The Darjeeling Express, whatever, that one. I think he was in that one as well. But then you had, so Ben Kingsley was in this one, and then you had Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes was in the Grand Budapest Hotel. I loved. He was a waiter, wasn't he? Or not a waiter? No, he was the head of the. He was the head of the hotel. He was the head of it. That's right. He like managed he was the manager. That film was so good. The only problem was Wes Anderson has a bad habit of showing off topless chicks. And in that one particularly, it was so gross. He showed off like this 80-year-old woman. But yeah, I was just like, that was the only thing wrong with that film. The rest of that film was like really, really solid. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think that could be one of my top. But I am interested in watching Fantastic Mr. Fox. You've watched Fantastic Mr. Fox, right?
No.
You haven't watched it?
No.
Oh, you watched Isle of Dogs.
Yes.
Was that one good?
Yeah, it was great.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is actually based around Gypsy House, which was where he lived. That's why they went to his house to take pictures of the furniture. And the story is about this fox that takes on 3 farmers. Because they obviously come with their tractors and stuff. So, but another thing that Roald Dahl did a lot was he wrote the stories around places that he was in. So even in this, at the beginning of all of them actually show Roald Dahl. So Roald Dahl, the way Wes Anderson does it is Roald Dahl in all 4 of these shorts is telling you the story. Not the whole way through, so he doesn't narrate.
Because it's,
So, but it starts with him. So, you know, at the beginning of I feel like I'm speaking as fast as they spoke in these short films. In the beginning of the short film, it starts with a author or a writer in his office/studio that he is playing. So Ralph Fiennes is playing Roald Dahl. And then this I found very interesting. So apparently there's a lot of footage. So Roald Dahl would read out his story. So there's that. They could use that as reference footage. But then also he did a lot of interviews and stuff like that. So Rolf went and actually watched a whole lot of those documentary footage. And Wes Anderson noticed that before they did takes, he'd be sitting by himself by the desk muttering things. And Wes Anderson was like, "What are you doing?" And he realized Rolf had basically memorized what Roald Dahl, his writing ritual. He had this pre-writing thing where he'd say stuff to himself before how you get into the zone type of thing.
Get into the flow.
Yeah, he adopted that and would then do that before starting a take. But then Wes Anderson loved the idea. So he was everyone cameras roll and would record him. And the beginning of The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar is actually Ralph improvising but getting into the role of Roald Dahl, cool. And then they piece that together, and so that's actually the beginning of the film, which I thought was pretty cool.
So I watched The Wonderful World.
What, The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar?
And I watched Poison.
Yes.
But now there's the other ones that I didn't watch.
Yes.
And that character that you're talking about now was in both of them. Was it the same in the other stories?
So he's obviously okay, he also links the 4 short films.
Well, I was gonna say,
because he's telling
exactly the same.
Yeah, not exactly that. So he wasn't as much in the others as he was in the Wonderful World of Henry Sugar.
No, Poison also. He was sort of in the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched all 4 of them. There is a specific order that you can watch them in, but you can. It's not a have to, because it's not like the story links. Yeah, so it's a if you want to. They were all released in the same week, September 27th to 30th last year. And the first one was The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar. Then it was The Swan. I watched it in this order. Then it was The Rat Catcher. And then it was Poison. Personally, I loved The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar and Poison. I loved those 2.
Can I tell you my experience with that? So, because it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's 17 minutes.
I couldn't believe it. But I actually literally popped open Netflix on my phone, because then I looked, okay, oh, there it is. And then I just started with, because The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar I already watched. So I was like, okay, next one. And I started watching it, and my wife was next to me, and she was very involved in what she was doing. But then at some point, she just like...
leaned over.
And then I was watching, and then I look at her, and she's also like... intrigued. like it's so well.
Yeah, no, it is well done.
Well done, and you're almost like, and then. Okay.
What happened? That one was very good.
It was very good.
Wonderful World of Henry Sugar was very good, but Poison,
so simple.
It was so simple, but it captivated, and it wasn't even the storyline necessarily that captivated me. It was the way it was done.
It's not even a sophisticated storyline.
No, it's not a sophisticated storyline at all.
It's definitely a child.
Yes.
I'm going to use that.
But it was so how he does these 4, he in his other films, it's not really like this. So his other films are more like professional, if I could word it like that. With this one, he really played on the whole like theater stage production. So like you literally, as you're watching, there's stage hands that come in and literally are like moving out the background, or they're bringing a prop, or they doing a costume change,
or handing them something.
But
they're like,
yes,
they like show it, and then they hand it over. You're like,
it was so cool.
Okay.
And even the amount of times that the actors are talking like directly to the character, or the actors are saying what the character's about to do, and then he says the line, and then he carries on speaking. Yeah. Like I really,
that guy's so good at it.
Who was that? That was Dev Patel, right?
That's him,
Dev Patel was very good at that. He actually said though, previously, before doing these with Wes Anderson, he had acted in an action movie, and he said it was very, very like heavy energy-wise. He was in an
action movie.
He was in an action. I don't know what action movie it was, but he from like an energy perspective, because you must remember, acting is all about energy. The amount of energy you use.
Wow.
That like at the end of a shoot, actors are tired. At the end of the day, actors are like exhausted. But he said going into this, he thought it was going to be like calm type of thing.
That guy must be so good at remembering lines,
right?
Because he's like da 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 da.
The paragraphs, but it was all of them, even Benedict Cumberbatch.
And then
and he was walking, so he was at one point, because he said he thought it was going to be like super calm. He said he was exhausted. He was absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
But what he was doing, he was walking while looking backwards, while talking at the camera, while remembering lines,
and
while moving out the way,
handing
over props. Like literally, the actors weren't just playing a character. They were playing a character. They were telling a story. They were narrating, which is different to playing a character. it's a different function, which means you have to tap into like different skills. Plus they were moving around. It was actually the way I was so if you love film, this is art.
Yeah.
And if you love theater, this is art. You feel like you're watching art. So no, from a conventional film perspective, no. Like if you want to watch the movie because like the movie, I don't know, if you want to just watch a movie, then you're probably not going to like it. But I felt like I was literally watching art.
Yeah.
I was just like,
agreed.
This is beautiful. And it's so imperfect because like it's the way he's chosen to do it is like imperfect, but it was incredible. It honestly was just, it was really good. And Benedict Cumberbatch said it actually reminded him of when he was playing Sherlock Holmes. He had to do that whole, as Sherlock Holmes, he does the deduction where he can figure something out very quickly, but then obviously speaks fast. He literally said he felt like every day on set he was just coming and doing that because like the constant lines and the
Yes.
So
Definitely must watch all of them.
If you don't want to watch all of them, although they're short though, so it's not
It's
even
so
like
short.
it's But my favorite personally were The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar and Poison. The Swan has a very dark side to it. Not scary horror, but it's got like, you know, when the story ends and you're
It's
just like
okay.
And also The Swan was based, I think, on an actual story that happened, which makes it even worse.
Oh, well, there you go.
So The Swan is like, The Swan taps into like a boy being bullied, but it's quite hectic, like, And then The Ratcatcher, the acting was good. Rolf Fiennes in The Ratcatcher Rolf Fiennes is such a good actor because every time he pops up on screen, you don't click, but that's that guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, every time he pops up, you almost like, you believe that he's playing that character. He's very
true.
good. And I think Dev Patel's also like that. You don't really register, wait, but that guy was him 2 seconds ago. So yeah, that was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed them though. Like, thoroughly enjoyed them. I want to go watch Fantastic Mr. Fox now because of this. I know that Wes Anderson last year also did bring out a film called Asteroid City, and that had Tom Hanks in it. I haven't watched it though, and I've heard it didn't do as well, but I can't comment because I haven't personally watched it.
Was that on Netflix as well? I'm sure I saw it.
It might be on Netflix, but it wasn't a Netflix film, if you understand. These 4 short films were produced by Netflix, so
that makes
you
a lot
can go
of
and watch
sense.
them on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar got Wes Anderson nominated in the short film category at the Oscars, or was it the Oscars? I think it is the Oscars, which means that Wes Anderson now has been nominated in 5 different categories within the Oscars.
Sure.
And only 15 people have done that, and him being the 15th. So that's, imagine, you're
Well
not
done.
just step 1, get nominated for an Oscar and obviously win. Step 2, be nominated in 5 different categories. That's gangster. That's something to aspire to.
Talent.
Yeah. Anyway, to end off the show, so I was sitting on Instagram, as one does, you know, and happened to come across an interview with Jimmy Fallon and Bradley Cooper. And Bradley Cooper, I have nominated as he has the best laugh ever.
Bradley Cooper, right?
Bradley Cooper,
Rocket
Raccoon, yes, that dude.
Oh, and I can.
But not, he doesn't do it. I don't think he might do it, but I didn't really notice. But specifically in interviews, and I have 2 videos, right? I'm going to show you 2 videos, but you can't laugh, right? The aim is not to laugh. If you laugh, you prove my point. But I was literally, you know, when you're sitting by yourself and you're laughing uncontrolled, you know, when you're silently laughing, that's how much you're laughing. That literally happened to me.
Sucks when no one laughs with you.
No, I was fine. I was laughing with Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you it, and then you have to
try
not laugh.
Which means that if I want to laugh, I must laugh while he's laughing. But if I try and hold it and I end up bursting and laughing afterwards, I'm going to laugh alone.
What?
So in other words, while he's laughing, I must laugh if it's funny.
No. Your aim is to not laugh.
I know that.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, otherwise I'm going to laugh alone. So in other words, when you play it now, if I find it funny, I must laugh. I must just go. But my aim is not to laugh.
Okay, right. You have a whole.
Somebody gets me out there.
All right, let's just give you audio first. Okay, I'm gonna play. So the 2 interviews are they. So he was on the show, and then years passed, and then he came back on the show, right?
And then they.
But like both of them, like they can't get through interviews. Are you ready, Ryan? Are you ready to laugh uncontrollably? Just press play when you.
Where is Yeah, I've been doing it on the wrong thing. No. But then later I realized I wasn't.
Good that you realized that.
You actually went to London to... Yeah, I went to London when I was in grad school. To try to go Whitechapel Road, which is... Yeah, so it's a play. We got it.
I swear to God, we can do it. We gotta reset. mean sad because we can't use it. It's just we see this is bad. We can't use that. We'll cut this out.
So you did a lot of research.
Yeah, tons.
No, but you did.
I did actually.
You did do a lot of research. Yeah, but it's a tricky role.
You can't have a serious conversation.
Okay, that was actually the first one. So that was the first time that Bradley Cooper, I thought I was playing the second one for you. That was the first time. He didn't do his laugh there yet though. So the next one I'm going to show you is when he does his laugh. Yeah, there he was more like silent.
Okay.
But so basically with that one, they couldn't get through the interview. Like they kept resetting because obviously they'll edit the show for like live TV.
But the hats, they should just take the hats off.
They couldn't because of continuity. That's what he said. So the hats is what started the laughing, right? And then they couldn't get through the interview. So Bradley Cooper was like, well, let's just take off the hats. And then Jimmy Fallon was like, no, continuity. Because then suddenly, until like you'll be watching it on TV.
So
right?
do a take and be
they'll
like,
have the hats on.
And then ask the question.
Yeah, okay. Okay, but now this is the one
Right.
This is where his laugh like comes through.
Because I'm like trying to figure out who's laughing.
They were like, God.
I'm trying to figure out who's laughing.
Went to your high school reunion.
I did. I've gone to a couple of them, bro.
You have?
Yeah. I went to 20, 25, and 30. And I just went to 30 like 2 weeks ago.
And I was 30.
It was great.
Really?
It was great.
Would you lie? Would you be, as you were being honest?
I think I would tell you the truth.
Yeah, you wouldn't bring it up.
No, I wouldn't. You
wouldn't bring it up. Why would you bring it up?
You brought it up.
I did bring it up.
But no, it was actually I got there early because I'm like, so you did bring it up.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Sorry about that. So you went there? You went there early.
Yeah.
Like when, like the 29th? Like when did you go? The 29th anniversary? You're at the 30th anniversary and you went there? Tell the story. Oh,
I went on the 30th.
No, can't do it.
No.
Can't do it. You went on the 30th and you surprised everybody. Everyone got surprised that you were there. You surprised everybody. They couldn't believe you showed up. And you went there, and what'd you say? Who'd you see at first?
I saw, like, people I went to high school with.
Oh, you're kidding me.
So,
you're kidding me.
No, I saw.
They're really pushing through this.
They all showed up?
They were there.
Yeah, keep going.
They were there.
Anyone you recognize?
I was early.
Yeah? Oh, you showed up early.
I was early, and I put the sign out front. It said Germantown Academy.
Doing good.
And then people came, and I welcomed them, and I put my name tag.
Yeah.
But when I was in high school, I used to go by Brad. And now I go by Bradley, and I felt like it was like some weird imposter putting me, but that is my real name is Bradley. But
yeah, here you are here with your name tag on, Bradley.
There you go.
There you are. Yeah.
There you go.
And that's Bucky Holmes.
Who's that?
Yeah, that's Bucky Holmes.
Bucky Holmes.
Bucky, great handle, right? Bucky Holmes.
Yeah, Bucky Holmes.
I was always so jealous of that handle, man.
Yeah. How's Bucky doing?
He's great.
Yeah. Does anyone freak out that you're now Bradley Cooper?
No, it was awesome. It was just regular.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's like time has passed and like, yeah, it was just cool.
Really? People were just like, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, there was a guy before when I think I said it here, he was not cool. And but he wasn't there.
Oh, he didn't show up. Because we talked about him last
No, I think he was busy, but like maybe.
You think he was busy?
He definitely was busy. That's what people were saying.
Oof.
Yeah. He's a good guy, by the way.
No, we don't know who it is.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not Bucky.
No, Bucky's awesome.
Bucky's awesome.
Bucky's got it handled. He's got it.
He looks great. Bucky looks great.
Yeah, he looks fantastic. Love you, Bucky. I love you, Bucky. Just going to shout out to Bucky now.
William Pack Holmes III. That's his full name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, go by Bucky's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just go by Bucky. Yeah, just cut all that stuff out.
And his mother's Penny, and his father was Bill, so they did this whole like money thing. Anyway.
Oh yeah, Bucky.
Yeah.
Oh, Penny, Bill.
Yeah.
And you think he'd just be Buck?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, but he went by. He's maybe youthful. He's got like a kind of.
Yeah, he's Bucky.
He's fun, Bucky. Hey guys, Bucky. I'm having fun.
Hey, we're on.
I'm having
Bucky.
fun. Hey, Bucky! Yo! Bucky's here! Hey, what you guys doing? You guys hanging around? What's up? You guys getting in trouble over here?
Oh,
Come
no.
on, Bucky's here. Hey, come on.
Unleashed.
Guys, it's Bucky's house. No rules. No rules at Bucky's
But
house.
doesn't this make you like Bradley Cooper more? Bradley Cooper has the best laugh. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen.
So I heard two kinds of laughs. There's
one.
and then there's a kind of.
I think it's that one.
I just can't tell between.
Yeah, no, Jimmy Fallon's laugh. But these two together are dangerous.
I see that.
Because
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
like, you're just sitting there and
I'm sure
everyone's
they-
just laughing.
I'm sure they're like really, really good friends.
Possibly. Yeah. So, yeah, that was just to brighten up your day.
Mm.
If you're ever sad, just go search Bradley Cooper laughing.
Or watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it's not the same.
No.
Because these characters like completely different.
I don't know. I look at his face. I'm like,
Do you think so?
yeah, definitely. What was his name again? Raccoon.
Rocket.
Rocket.
But he was mean in Guardians.
He was cool.
He was cool, but he was mean.
He was mean.
In real life, he's just like,
I don't
it's
know.
like, look, Bucky looks great. I mean, he claps for Bucky, you know?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been the movie show.
On your favorite or no, we're not going to do that this year. We're not doing that this year.
Yeah.
Here on the movie show.
Yeah, until next
on
week,
Active FM.
we're going to come back.
See you then.
Peace.
Cheers.
The end.